Two tokes over the line, sweet Jesus. Two tokes over the line. I couldn't resist. I've been waiting to use some kind of toke joke, and I didn't want to, like, fire up a doobie and hit it on camera or whatever. Nobody says doobie anymore. That's how you can tell I'm 55, right? Hey man, you want a doobie? All right. I got to hand it to Roderick. The name Toque is very clever. Toque actually means a lot more than to take a puff of marijuana. I mean, when you tip a dealer in blackjack, that's called a toque. And it's a kind of sword, I think, is a toque, or maybe that's estoque, or maybe, I don't know. But it's got a lot of meanings anyway. But it's a very difficult to forget brand name, isn't it? Toque. Don't smoke. Toque. Don't smoke. Snuff Toque, I guess they say. A couple of fruit flavors today. We are doing two of them because I'm getting sick of doing reviews for the moment. But I wanted to present these to you. I'm often asked about beginners' snuffs. And one thing I found is particularly, and I don't mean to be sexist here, but particularly ladies are not terribly into the SPs, the Kendall Browns, the toasts. They want something that's flavorful, like a good dessert. We all know how much we all like dessert. I know my wife loves dessert. And so maybe this would be a good lady snuff. Again, not trying to be sexist. Please don't hate me. Don't troll on me and flame me and all that crap. There's not a lot to say about Toque. I love their tins because it's got a screw top lid. Thank you, Toque. Oh, by the way, I didn't show it very well. Here, this is the Toque. Ta-da! The Toque Cherry. This is what the tin looks like. This is the 25-gram tin purchased from my buddies at Toque Tobacco. Yeah, you thought I was going to say Mr. Snuff, didn't you? No, these I bought directly from the good folks at Toque. And they shipped fairly quickly, inexpensive shipping for sure. And they have deals once in a while. I think I got in on the buy 5 25-gram tins and get the 6th tin free, which makes the cost on these things, even including shipping, about $4.50 a can. That's good. $4.50 a tin. All right, let's take a look at the cherry. What I'm expecting is this. Even before I take a real good sniff, I want to tell you what I'm expecting. I'm expecting an artificial cherry flavor, a little bit like cherry cough drops. If you remember Smith Brothers or Luden's cherry cough drops, that's what I'm expecting out of the cherry. I'm expecting a little bit of ammonia. I've noticed that with the Toque candy and soda flavors, like cherry, peach, the fruits, the raspberry menthol, there's a little hint of ammonia when you first open the tin. The cola is terrible for the Toque Coke. Is terrible for ammonia. You have to let that tin air out at least 24 hours open before you can even use it. But once you get rid of the ammonia, it's fantastic. So that's what I'm expecting. A little ammonia, a little artificial cherry, the standard Toque sort of medium grind, medium to dry flour. Let's find out. Okay, no ammonia. None. And this is a brand new tin. Just cracked it open for the first time. And the cherry, while not as natural nor as sweet as the Abraxas cereus, for instance, is a delightful cherry. It is not artificial. I was really expecting it to be, like I said, cherry cough drop, but it's not. It's really, really nice. And it's moist, far more moist than I thought it was going to be. Still has that nice, silky, high-quality tobacco Toque tobacco flower as the base. But the scent is really a surprise. It doesn't want to hold together in a clump, so it's not that moist, but it does stick to the fingertips, which indicates to me medium moisture. If it was a high moisture snuff, it would prill almost like loose snus. And if it was very dry, it wouldn't really adhere to my fingers. It would dust them, but not adhere. So I'm going to call this medium moisture, medium grind, standard Toque grind, and a surprising natural cherry scent. Let's see how it works in the nose. Ooh, hello, nurse. If anybody ever invented a cherry perfume, that's kind of what I'm getting. It's natural, to be sure. It's not terribly artificial. But there's, I don't know how to describe it. Hang on a second. Got a little down my throat. Wow. Burned a little bit on the way in, too. My eyes are watering. Here, touch the eyes with the area that was not touched with snuff. Cry me a river. Oh. All right. After a minute of coughing, sneezing, hacking, blotting my eyes, shivering, and almost crapping myself, it's nice. I like this. I really, really like this. I'm going to be back with you in just a couple of minutes because I really do want to let this one work a while up in my nostrils. Be back in about 3. Okay, a few more minutes. Cherry gone. Cherry gone after 6 minutes. Nicotine, still noticeable. Drain, very pleasant. You know what? I'm going to upgrade my review of this. Forget the 3.8962, whatever. This is a solid 4.5. If you like a cherry snuff, this is the best one I've ever had. This is better, in my opinion, than the Samuel Gawith cherry, which is very good. Not as good overall as snuffing experience as the Ceresis, but for the difference in price, you'd expect that. Good tobacco. But even better, the cherry is great. And as is typical with many snuffs, you think it's gone, and then you get a little hint of it. And then you think it's gone, and it comes back. Yeah, this is, if you like cherry snuffs, this is one to add to your arsenal. I ordered this directly from Toque, and you can find them online, I am quite certain. Place an order with them. You'll be happy that you did, I think. Good stuff, good snuff. Oh, hell, as long as I've got the camera on and I've got the Toque tins right in front of me, might as well do a second review for you as part of this one. This is the Toque Peach. I've heard really, really great things about this particular peach snuff. Now, there are a lot of good peaches out there. There really are. An American peach, W.E. Garrett and Sons peach, is fantastic. If you like a peach snuff, there's a bunch of choices. And peach is kind of one of those standard. After apricot, I suspect that peach might have been the first fruit-scented snuff out there after apricot. It's a logical scent for a snuff. First of all, it's a very easily identifiable scent. Nothing else in the world really smells like peach. And so it's not surprised that Toque would offer a delicious, tasty peach. Again, there's the peach. I got this one from Toque, directly from Toque online. Shipping is inexpensive, as I said earlier, and you can often get deals where you buy a number of tins and they'll throw in another tin for you for free, which reduces the cost in the case of this purchase down to about $4, $4.50 a tin, which is inexpensive for a 25-gram tin when you include shipping from the UK to the US. Okay, what am I expecting from this? Like the cherry, I'm still suspicious. I'm expecting an artificial peach. I'm expecting moderate nicotine, low nicotine. I'm expecting the grind to be typical Toque. And I'm expecting the moisture to be somewhere between medium and a little drier than medium. Let's find out what we got here. I'm sorry that I can't show you the color of this without spewing snuff all over myself. But, you know, snuff is snuff. What does the color tell you? It can indicate the amount of time the tobacco has been roasted, or dried, or cured, or baked. But it can also be the variety of tobacco. You know, there's a lot of things that can affect color. The important thing is, how does it smell? All right. I just opened a tin of Toque peach. Did I just open a can of peaches? Not so much. And this is a fairly fresh tin. This is the first time I've opened this one. It was stored in a cool, dark place inside a plastic Ziploc bag, but I did receive it about 2.5 months ago. 3 months ago. Yeah, there's peach. And there's a little tiny bit of the ammonia scent that will air out. All you have to do is leave the tin stand open overnight. If you're worried about it getting too dry, you can set the metal tin on a dry plate, but then put a paper towel with distilled water under it, under that plate, and then cover the whole thing with like a mixing bowl. And or you can put it in a Tupperware with a damp paper towel. Just don't let the wet paper towel touch the tin, of course. And you can hydrate it up a little bit and get rid of the ammonia at the same time. As the tin remains open, the peach scent begins to blossom. This is an important thing to consider. If the scent develops after you've opened the tin, a couple minutes after you've opened the tin, that may mean you might have to tailor your snuffing method to accommodate that maturing that happens between tin and nostril. In this case, I'm going to take a pinch and just hold it in my fingers for a couple of minutes to warm it. I'm not going to take a lot because I'm going to want a lot of air to pass over this in my nostril. Okay, does it clump? Nah. Does it stay stuck to my fingertips? Yeah. Still, I'd put this at medium to dry. Nice. It's going to be easy to pinch, I'm quite sure. Let me warm this pinch in my fingertips just a minute while I reclose the screw top lid. Thank you again, Toque, for the best snuff tins in the world. The rest of you snuff packers, you need to take notice. They're doing it right at Toque. Yeah, peach! Wow! Wow! Screw what I said about not taking a lot of this. You get peach. Yeah, it lives up to the hype. It really does. This is a 5. If you like the peach flavor, the peach scent in your snuff, this is a solid 5. If I could give it higher than a 5, I would. Oh, hell, they're my reviews. I can give it higher than a 5. It's like turning your amp up to 11. Now, this is good. Easier to take than the W.E. Garrett & Son peach. Better peach flavor than others I've had from other English manufacturers. This is fantastic. Wow! You know what? I don't even need to let this one develop in the nostrils. I can tell you how this one's going to go. Nicotine? It's all right. On a scale of 1 to 5, where 1 is I feel nothing and 5 is my heart is racing so fast my head is going to explode, this nicotine's a 2, maybe. It might develop a little more nic in my system, I don't know. I don't expect the peach flavor to hang around a long time. They hardly ever do with Toque snuffs. In fact, with most snuffs, you don't get a lot of permanence of aroma. But wow! Yeah, even a minute after I took those little bumps, well, peach is starting to fade. But boy, was it nice while it lasted. Let's do another bump. I could do this shit all day long. This is fantastic. Wow. Yeah, again, I got this one from Toque. Buy some. If you're interested in snuff, this would be a great beginner snuff. This is so easy to take. Oop, except I hit that. I hit that one a little too hard. I'm so enthusiastic about it. A little bit of a burn, but not horrific. Oh, whoa, whoa. Mikey, my eyes water because I took a bunch. I got greedy. Big mistake. Don't need to with this. In fact, you actually get a better... Well, I know why I got... I took the second hit. I thought I was taking the peach, but I had the cherry tin from the first review sitting right next to it. So I just took a massive bump of that burning cherry. Okay, I got to stop this. Clean up my nose. I'll be back. Warning, snuff fail in progress. I'll be back. Got the Simply Saline. This is kind of cool. I don't know if you've ever seen nasal spray, saline nasal spray like this before. I got this from drugstore.com. That's cheap. It's $3, something. But what I like about this is you don't ever have to touch the nozzle to your actual nostril. You can do it like this. Observe. This is going to be really gorgeous. Watch. Managed to squirt myself in the eye, didn't I? Yeah, it's under a mild pressure inside this can, and it really cleans out your nostrils very well. Excuse me, I have to blow my nose. I'll be right back. Much better. I tell you what, I feel so stupid. It's like, yeah, I'm reviewing this delicious peach snuff, and I'm going to just, because I left the tin too close to the other one, I'll just grab a big wad of cherry. And the cherry does burn. And the cherry's got some nicotine in it, and I took way too big a bump. That's horrible. All right, let's make sure I got the right tin this time. What the hell? Yeah, this is the peach. See, I almost did it again. You believe that? I almost did it a second time. Crazy. Here, let me cover this cherry and get it the hell out of here so I don't... Down! You didn't see it on camera. It just went from bad to worse. I just dumped about 2 tablespoons of snuff all over the top of my desk, trying to close the tin. And it wasn't the tin's fault. It was my fault. Well, time to get out the old vacuum cleaner again. Vacuum off the keyboard. Yeah, great. Oh, freaking moron. All right, let's try to do this. I got snuff. Again, I've got snuff all over me. What can you do? Back to the peach. That definitely the peach. I do think small bumps are the key with this. Let me dust off my face here. Okay. Yeah, that is so good. You guys, you got to try this one. If you like peaches, this is good. On the squinty scale where 1 is hell and 5 is heaven, this is a 5. If it gets any negative marks at all, oh, hell, I don't have anything negative to say about this. This is a great experience. Toque Peach Snuff. It's a good one. You're going to enjoy it. Flavor develops very quickly. Persists 4 or 5 minutes. Drain is very pleasant. Nicotine level is low, or feels low, at least right now. But I've done a lot of snuff today, so it might be hard for me to gauge this one accurately. Lord, that's good stuff. From the dank basement, once again recapping. Toque Cherry gets a very high mark for nicotine, slightly lower marks for persistence in flavor, or scent, if you prefer. Moderate marks for nicotine. The peach, top marks for aroma, scent, absolutely top marks for quality of the experience. Doesn't persist a terribly long time, but we don't expect that too much from Toque snuffs, or from any snuff for that matter. But while it's working, it's amazing. From the dank basement, with snuff all over me, this is your Uncle Squinty. Thanks for watching.